What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so the Philadelphia 76ers need to trade this guy. They got to trade him, man. They got to trade him because the Philadelphia 76ers have wasted their time. They wasted the Sixers' time, the city of Philadelphia's time with this guy, okay? He doesn't think he doesn't give a shit, yo, okay? Um, his behavior is unbecoming of a guy who desperately wants to be considered one of the all-time greats. A guy who wants to be considered up there with Wilt Chamberlain, but his behavior, his actions, everything seems to indicate that he's a guy that is coasting off of just talent. And we've seen this before. We've seen this before with guys who have been blessed with talent and they've been able to coast off of said talent until talent is no longer enough to sustain them as NBA caliber talent. Because as you get older, that talent is still there for a while, but your body's going to start betraying you through attrition, and you have to do other things to keep yourself at that level and to keep your body healthy. And his work ethic seems to indicate that he's not a guy that they should be invested in, nor should Philadelphia 76ers fans. So once again, despite being called out by Tyrese Maxey in a recent team meeting for his constant habitual lateness, Joel Embiid was, for the very next game, almost in a can't no nigga tell me to do bullshit, was late. Again, extremely late. Arriving to the arena alarmingly close to game time before the Sixers matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies. So a basketball journalist, sports journalist, Chris Vernon, discussed this situation on the Mismatch podcast, shedding light on the superstar's questionable pregame routine. So he says, quote, "So I get to the arena before that game and I get this text message. So there's a guy that I know that's in town, and he's one of those memorabilia guys, big in the sports memorabilia autograph world. Every city has these. They go to opposing teams, hotels they know where the opposing team is staying. They'll go out there and they'll try to get them to sign this or that or whatever it may be. So anyways, I get this text and the guy says, I've never seen this before. Never seen this before. He says team buses leave at like 5 o'clock. And then there's a second bus that leaves at like 5:15. That's how virtually all of these NBA teams work. I would say the majority of the team is always on the first bus, and then a lot of the traveling party is on the second bus, and 5:15 is about the latest. That second one will leave from the hotel. So the guy says, Embiid did not leave that hotel until 5:55. And I was like, what? The game is at 7. And what's crazy about this, he warmed up super late and warmed up about 3 to 5 minutes and then went out and played in the game. He ended up having maybe the least impressive and impactful 35-11 I've ever seen in my life, and flopped on a free throw, flopped all the way down the court against Jaren Jackson, and then like almost purposely tripped over his feet. It was just bizarre. Yeah, so he heard what Tyrese Maxey had to say, paid him no attention, and probably was late again on purpose, just in a not so passive aggressive mood to say, can nobody tell me nothing? And goes out there and just, puts up his numbers, which really don't have all that much impact anymore. So look, the problem has never been all these other guys. Ben Simmons, yeah, he is a big problem and he needs to be out of the league. But the problem wasn't him, not totally. The problem was not James Harden, Mongo Slade. It's him. It's him. It's him. He talking about, well, he don't understand sometimes like what they're trying to do out there. Well, maybe if you fucking came on time and listened to these team meetings, you would know what the fuck you're supposed to be doing out there or what they're trying to do. Bro, I've never heard of a superstar arriving this late. This is Dennis Rodman type shit. Right? I mean, Dennis Rodman sometimes was late to team meetings, but not and arriving to the games, but not this late and not this consistently. And one thing, we'll say about Dennis Rodman, you never question his dedication to the game. He always went out there and played with 100% maximum effort, and you never question his work ethic. But Dennis Rodman was never the best player on his team. He was a tremendous Hall of Fame level role player, but he was a role player. This guy is the MVP, supposed to be a former MVP. That's why I said on X/Twitter, I think he's the worst MVP ever. Not as far as talent, but as far as love for the game, work ethic, staying in shape, actually caring about wanting to win, doing whatever he has to take as far as helping his team win. Sometimes that involves playing outside of your comfort zone, even meaning your physical comfort. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough that you don't play. It's like, man, fuck this dude, bro. It's bad enough that the Sixers are struggling the way they do. Then the organization comes out, and apparently, obviously, he'll come out as well. You're not playing any back-to-backs. So that's going to be victories that they're going to see this year. Right? Then all this other stuff coming out, how you're always late to team meetings. Then it's leaked about how, your diet is goddamn legendary for its Chris Farley-ish, gargantuan proportions. I mean, who the fuck eats 3 double cheeseburgers and 4 milkshakes before a game? How you gonna play at your highest level with all that fecal matter in your gut and shit? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And plus, you're on the wrong side of 30 now. You're just probably going to get bigger as you get older. Injury is going to be a bigger problem. You got this knee injury that's not going away. Maybe it's because you weigh 300 pounds. The game is much faster than it was 20 years ago. I mean, do we see the ticking time bomb that's Joel Embiid's career? Because I can see it. We all can sense it. They're 3-12. I mean, at this point, are they even going to win 30 games? This is a horrible season for Sixers fans. So at the end of the day, man, this guy has a problem with punctuality. He has a problem with accountability. He has a problem with responsibility. And at the end of the day, him being late again like that shows you that he doesn't give a fuck. So we shouldn't care either. And Sixers fans shouldn't care. And the Sixers organization should do the right thing and just blow this whole thing up and trade his ass. Let him go somewhere else for that bullshit. So anyway, that's all I got to say about it.